Hey everyone, how are you doing today? How's everyone hanging in? Dr. Tony here. For those of you who don't know me, I am a working mom, psychotherapist, life and wellness coach, and I am someone who gets to help folks balance life, balance all the bits that come with it, stress less, manage the anxiety, manage the overwhelm, and really get to enjoy life more and thrive in life, right? Instead of just feeling you have to get through it and survive it. And so I'm doing a series this month and next month on supporting working moms in particular. But with the coronavirus going on and it impacting so many different lives in so many different ways, I really find it to be important for us to talk about that. And not talk about the mayhem, not talk about the chaos, not amp up the overwhelm, actually to do the opposite. However you're feeling right now is completely valid. And what I don't want you to do is tell yourself you're not allowed to feel that way or you're wrong for feeling that way. However, what I do encourage you to do, if you're open, is give yourself permission to not have to focus on the overwhelm, to not have to focus on the anxiety. Because the truth is, whatever you focus on, it's gonna feel bigger, right? It's gonna expand. So if you're focusing on how much control you don't have, aren't you gonna feel more out of control? That's kind of how it works, right? So I just put the baby down for a nap. My husband's working inside from home because his building shut down. My older two are at their grandma's right now, and I'm gonna be picking them up tomorrow morning. So I get it. I have three, and I work, and my husband works, and we have all different ages, 2 and almost 7 and 10. So I get that there's a balance that needs to happen. So what I wanted to do today was connect with you and help you to find just a few brief, practical but powerful ways to maneuver, to navigate, to move through this transition, this unexpected challenge, this uncertainty, right? Without staying stuck in the overwhelm, without staying stuck in the stress, because that doesn't help anyone. Getting to a place of panic actually makes things worse, right? If we get to a place where we're all panicking, we can't function optimally. How are you going to work from home and take care of your kids, right? Like, if those are the questions that you're asking yourself and that's what you're focusing on, it feels really hard to get that all situated. So I'll leave a blog link below of a blog I just wrote and released, as well as the last video I released. It's just a few minutes long with a couple tips in it too. So if you want to check those out, you can. But what I want to do right now is just ask you to think about something that feels good to you that you can do today. Something simple. It doesn't need to be anything outrageous, anything huge, but something that feels good to you, whether as a parent or a professional or just as a person, right? Something that feels good to you that you can do today, that is within your control. Think about that. And then make a commitment to yourself to do it. And I'm going to give you some examples of what I mean. So for me, for example, taking time for myself in the morning is really important. And so what I do is I wake up before everyone else and I ensure that I get my me time. And that me time might look different for different people, but for me, I get to spend some time in gratitude. I get to spend some time with yoga. I get to spend some time with meditation. Like, I make it work for me. And what works for you is going to be different. So maybe you want to read an inspirational book. Maybe you have a crocheting activity that you were working on. Maybe you just want to sip your tea or your coffee by the window and just look outside the window and bask in the beauty of nature. Whatever it is for you, just take a few minutes and think about, what is it that I could do today that I do have control over it that does feel good to me. Maybe your kids have this project that they've been working on for so long, but you guys have been so busy that you haven't been able to do it. So you sit down together and you dedicate an hour to do that today. Maybe you haven't seen Frozen 2, and so you put Frozen 2 on because Disney Plus is free with Verizon or whatever, or maybe you want to pay the $7 or whatever it is for Disney Plus and you want to watch Frozen 2 because it's a good movie, right? Depending on the ages of your kids. Maybe you're into it, maybe you're not. But there's all these different things, right? So get curious about that and focus on what you can control. Focus on what does feel good to you and what it is that you could do today that is within your control that does feel good to you, rather than focus on everything that's outside of your control right now. Because sure, there's things that are outside of our control right now, but aren't there always? There's always things that are going to be outside of our control. And there's always things that will be inside of our control too. So drop me a comment, or you can even message me let me know, like, what are the things that bring you joy? What are some things, whether big or small, whatever it is for you, that you are willing to commit to yourself to do today, whether it's by yourself or whether it's with your kids or with your partner, whatever it is that you're willing to commit to do today because it's in your control and it feels good to you. And just do that incrementally. Do that incrementally throughout your days as we work through this step by step, moment by moment, as we are navigating the uncertainty, okay? Because I promise you, whatever you focus on will expand. And so if you are focusing on everything that seems completely out of control and completely stressful right now, you are going to feel more out of control and more stressful. You're allowed to feel the way you feel, and you can influence staying stuck in that feeling or not. So let me know how it goes. I'll drop those links below, so if you want to check anything else out, let me know. And always, if you have other questions, other concerns, other things you want me to talk about, let me know, because if you have those questions and concerns, someone else probably does too. So I want to make sure I take my time to share those answers with you and be a support with you, for you, to you during this time. All right, y'all? See you later.